Hello everyone, today we're making a sourdough bloomer. We're going to start by adding 100 grams of active sourdough starter to your bowl along with 350 millilitres of bottled water and mix it up. Then we're going to add 500 grams of bread flour and 10 grams of salt into the bowl and mix everything together until you end up with a shaggy dough. And then we'll cover it over for an hour, and then it's time for our first set of stretch and folds. We're going to lift one side of our dough and fold it over. Turn the bowl a little, lift the dough, fold it over. Keep turning the bowl and lifting your dough and folding it over. Do this for a couple of minutes, then cover it over for 30 minutes. And then it's time for our second set of stretch and folds. So we'll do the same thing again, and then we'll cover it over for another 30 minutes. And then it's time for our third set of stretch and folds. So we'll do the same thing again, lift the dough, stretch it over, and do that for another couple of minutes. And you should notice the dough starts to get a lot tighter and harder to fold over. And then we'll cover it over for another 30 minutes. And then it's time for our fourth and final set of stretch and folds. So we'll do the same thing again, going all around the bowl, stretching, folding and turning the bowl as we go. And this time we're going to cover the bowl over for between 4 and 6 hours to bulk ferment. You'll know it's ready when it's got lots of bubbles and it's risen. It won't double, but you will notice it's bigger. And then you want to tip your dough out onto a floured surface. Then we want to stretch it out into a large rectangle as big as you can without the dough tearing. Then we're going to take one side of the dough and fold it into the centre, take the other side of the dough, fold it over that, and then roll it up. You want to tuck in the ends as you roll it up to keep the dough nice and tight to try and create a ball shape. I always keep a bench scraper handy just in case anything should stick. Then we'll start pushing, turning and twisting the dough until we get a really nice tight ball shape with it. And then cover it over with a tea towel for half an hour. Then we're going to use our bench scraper again to flick the dough over onto the other side, and then we'll shape it in exactly the same way as we did before. Then we'll use our bench scraper again to pop it in our basket smooth side down. And we're going to cover this over in the basket for 2 hours, but you can put it in the refrigerator overnight if you want to. We're going to carefully pop it upside down on some grease-proof paper, and then it's ready for you to make a design in it if you want to, but we're just going to use scissors to make 2 big slits, and these will be your expansion scores. And you want to put it in a baking dish that has a lid, or a Dutch oven would be ideal as well. And it goes into an oven that's preheated to 220 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes with the lid on, and then 15 minutes without the lid. Let it cool completely before you slice it open, and then you'll have a delicious sourdough bloomer. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and follow for more. Enjoy!